詹皇松口谈到自己退役的条件，提到选择下一支球队，他不会只是看哪队最强，而是会一起考量家庭因素、个人幸福感，以及是否适合他目前的人生阶段。
You know, as fans, we talk about what it's going to be like to not be able to watch you play. But for you as a person, as an individual, how have you started to grapple with the emotional side of knowing that the end is near and the sadness that may come into that?
Well, I mean, I think it's having the realization that there's an end to everything, you know, and, you know, my favorite basketball player of all time and my inspiration growing up was Michael Jordan. It was the end for him. So if it was the end for one of the greatest that ever played a game of basketball that I ever watched play basketball, then it's inevitable it's gonna happen to all of us. So it's just being in reality and actuality at the same time. So, you know, I know that, you know, the game of basketball will always be with me, no matter what. But also I am very conscientious in understanding that, you know, once it's over, then that's fine too. You know, because it's about the things that you did when you played the game and the path that you laid while you was playing the game, and being able to lay comfortably after you're done and be like, okay, I gave it everything I had and the game was good to me and I poured it into the game itself. No, I think for me, like one of the biggest factors as far as when the process for me becomes like overbearing and I don't want to show up to the arena 5 hours early, or I don't want to be at practice 2.5 hours before practice start, or, you know, I don't want to get in the cold plunges no more, and I don't want to, you know, eat well throughout the season, or if I'm doing all the things that I know that's going to get me and put me in a position to play the game that I love at a high level, that's when I know it's in for me.
Yeah.
You know, I know for sure, because there's no way I would be sitting up here and talking about a 23-year career up until this point. And if you factor in the 10 finals appearances, you probably could add on another 4 years to that. So you could probably look at like a 27-year career or something like that. So once the process becomes like so overbearing and I'm like, the alarm starts to go off and I'm like, I'm not getting up, or I'm not going to work out, or I'm not going to train. I'm not training in July. I'm not training in August to get ready for a season in October. That's for sure when I know it'll be over for me. This is the third time I've been a free agent. Obviously, in 10, when I made a decision to go to Miami, I had my reasons. When I went back to Cleveland in 14, I had my reasons. So actually, this will be the fourth. And then when I went to LA 8 years ago, I had my reasons. So, you know, for me now, you know, I have an almost 22-year-old son who is now my former teammate, which is hilarious. And I have a 19-year-old son that's at the University of Arizona. But it's my almost 12-year-old daughter who is pulling the weight a lot.
Yep.
You know, so, you know, going to my daughter, I was home for the 4th of July, and my daughter came home after being out with her friends and cousins and everything, and I pulled her to the side because she's up as of age now. So like anytime I leave, she's like, Dad, where you going? Like, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
Like, where we going?
Yep.
So I pulled her to the side and I was like, baby, I'm letting you know, I don't want you to hear from nobody else, but I won't be playing for the Lakers next year. I will be playing somewhere else, so I won't be home all the time. And you may not have an answer right now. You can give me an answer now. You can wait. You can write it down. Just want to know how you're feeling about it, because you mean a lot to me. The family portion is a big thing too.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter and my wife and things of that nature. And I'm a big family guy. So there's a lot of things that's, you know, people are like, hurry up and make a goddamn decision, Brian. It's like, okay, it's not just about the team.
Yeah.
There's so many other factors that I'm, you know, factoring in right now on what, you know, not only best fit me as a player, what best fit me as a person, what best fit me as what my happiness, and also with my family as well.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of, I won't hold you guys up too much longer, but the family portion is huge for me. You know, I come from a household where it was literally it was me and my mom. You know, so, you know, it wasn't, you know, I didn't have the father influence around. You know, I didn't have the sibling influence around. You know, single parent household, only child. My mom was high school sophomore when she got pregnant with me. She had me as a junior in high school. So You know, a lot of the things that I seen growing up, I knew that I wanted to kind of just change the narrative of our family tree, trying to change the family tree, being present all the time, but also at the same time understanding that I have a passion over here that pulls me away from that. You know, how do you balance that?
Yeah.
You know, how do you balance that to the best of your ability? And I think the best thing I've had a team around and a system around that has allowed me to focus on keeping the main thing. And that was my passion for what I love to do, and that's the sport of basketball. I'm building the game and inspiring people to want to play the game, or just inspiring people to want to be great at whatever they do, while making sure the family was good on that side. So when I did come home, everything was still step and repeat.
Yeah, and
you know, yeah, exactly. So, you know, I give so much damn credit to my wife, Savannah. She's unbelievable. My mom, unbelievable. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and then like my crew, Randy, Mav, Rich, like everybody has like chipped in their moments of when needed. But the household is definitely ran by the queen for sure. She takes care of that.
But it's funny to listen to sports commentators as they analyze your decision. And you started playing golf, what, a year ago?
Yeah, 1 year ago.
And it's one of the main factors that everybody's speculating on. Like, well, how's he going to play golf in Cleveland in the winter? I would imagine golf can't be a integral part of your decision making, but is it something you are truly thinking about?
Listen, I love golf. I really do.
So
I love. But golf is a sport that you can play for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Back to the first question that you asked when I first came up here, when the end of basketball, when it gets to that point, you know, so as I think about my decision, understanding, you know, well, if I'm in a cold city, if I'm playing on the East Coast and now the golf course is closed in November, compared to if I'm in the South and they never close. Listen, my main focus while I'm playing the game of basketball is to keep the main thing.
Yeah.
And I've always have done that. You know, I'll find a golf simulator if I'm in the cold for sure. That'll hold me over until they open up. But listen, keeping the main thing has always been the main focus for me. And that's the reason why everything has worked the way it's worked. I put my guys in position to take care of everything out there while I focused on the game of basketball.
Yeah.
And when it's time, you want to come over here and start to be a part of it and integrate yourself into that. But let's focus on the basketball portion first.
Yeah.
And if we do that, the sky's the limit.
你觉得詹皇还能在 NBA 赛场上坚持几年？最终战最有可能披向哪支球队战袍呢？